But when it comes to this game, and I would definitely say this, it is not going to be a lot of people's favorite game, right? Also, look, so I always want the excuse to talk about Death Stranding on this podcast, but then again, I was like, I don't want to play that game, right? But I knew the PS5 version was coming out, and I'm like, this is that reason to talk about it, right? And one shout out to PlayStation, this shit was $50. Upgrade was $50. I mean, like the PS4 version, the director's cut itself was just $50. Not even if you bought PS4. Like really crazy. Did not think. I thought I was gonna pay the $470, but I didn't have to. But so to talk about more of the game, so we all know how much of a blunder the review process was for this game and how it was literally a 50-50. Like a lot of niggas will tell you this by far was the greatest game I ever played. And a lot of niggas will tell you this was shit.
It's the worst game I ever played.
Exactly. Now, how I see it, right? From some of the shit that I watched.
Hey, Nature, I'm sorry, G. Hate to cut you off, but they said Roman Reigns put on a mask when he went through the crowd. Roman Reigns put on a mask. I guess him and Finn was fighting in the crowd. That's why I'm like, y'all missed it. And they said Roman put on a mask.
You don't trust? I don't blame you. I don't trust. I don't trust none of y'all. Boy. What? Where are they? Where are they? Playing?
Ohio.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't trust them, man.
That's funny.
No, you good. You good. So I'm not watching that match because Peacock is a piece of shit. I'm probably gonna boycott that app.
That's horrible.
But when it comes to this game, and I would definitely say this, it is not going to be a lot of people's favorite game, right? So I always like to going back to what we will say, like, you know, attention spans and stuff like this, and not just there is, I will say, few games in the world that is made for everyone, right? And those are considered like legit cast classics. And then there's are good games that made for certain, like great games that made for certain type of people.
Niche.
You will call them kind of like niche or like cult classic, right? Like you will put a Persona in a cult classic category than a classic category. To us in this group, that's a bona fide classic. Like nobody can touch 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10. Nobody can touch that shit. But to somebody who not into that type of anime game, JRPG,
they're not gonna like the game.
They're not gonna like it. They probably, even if they have to review it for their job, they probably say this was a fun game, but it's not my cup of tea, right? So they'll probably get it a 3.5 out of 5. Shit like that, right? This game falls under that in the deepest way possible, right? Now, I think Kojima shot himself in the foot with the rollout of this game.
Yeah, because he said I'm gonna make a new Strand type game.
Like... Who Donkey killed me with that, bro. But I think Kojima shot in his foot with this type of shit because people went into this game thinking it was gonna be some deep shit. It did. I went into it like, all right, cutscene, skipping time, things of that nature. This game is more funny than it is deep.
Yeah,
and it tries to be funny.
Yeah.
like there's scenes like right now. Norman Reedus or Sam is sitting on his bed, and I've been traveling for like fucking days. You have to rest in this game, or you get fatigued and stuff like that because you fucking Chris. You carrying packages across the United States. He's looking at the camera right now, as standing idle and doing like this because he said, "Please feed me." Like, he said, "I'm hungry."
You mean get the monster drink or not the monster in this game?
I relate.
Quick side note: they took Monster Energy out the game because You know, they lost the license that fast. So they probably, but in that aspect, like this, like it's so much funny shit. Like this chick by the name of Fragile says, "I'm fragile, but I'm not
that fragile." Yeah, that's stupid freaking shit.
No, the funny thing is that's how Metal Gear Solid was too. Like even though the Metal Gear Solid game, especially like 2, 3, and from there on, they were woke, but they were funny woke. Like Kojima,
but Snake had sauce too. He had sauce,
and that's what I was going to bring up. Like, when has Kojima really been a deep creator?
Never.
So when people, that's what I mean. Like, a lot of people shot themselves in the foot, and I think the way they projected this game shot themselves in the foot on the story side. I will get to the gameplay later, but on the story side of this shit being deep, there's literally a voice line in the game where he's talking to, I guess, his sister that's on the beach, and he was like, "Well, I guess I'm Mario, and you're my Princess Peach."
Oh,
and,
yeah, she said.
He was like, "No,
I'm Princess Peach."
Like, yeah. But I'm Princess Beach. I'm like, this shit is not serious, bro. This is not serious. Let me feed this nigga real quick, because I'm getting tired of him doing that.
You're not even feeding him, you're giving him a freaking energy drink.
Yeah, it's these little things, like, it's these little fucking maggots I eat as well. Don't ask. Like, that's the type of shit that I'd be like, I don't understand. But, like, in terms of story, I'm going to keep it 100 cent buck. I just know some of the enemies I go against are dead, and some of them are not. I'm not like, that's what I mean. Like, if you want to go in that aspect of saying, like, what are these type things, I understand. But then I want to call a lot of cap on when people saying, well, that's stupid. You gotta go through like logs and stuff.
I'm not reading shit. No, that should be in the cutscenes of the game.
It is, but I'm not watching that shit. Now, but in terms of like everything that has happened in the world, there's a game that does that and actually get praised for that type of shit, and it's Dark Souls, right?
Yeah.
Dark Souls, you don't even motherfuckers don't even tell you what the fuck is going on in Dark Souls. You wake up and you get your ass kicked.
Right.
And then you get your ass kicked again. Like, but as you play the game of Dark Souls continuously, you unlock what the fuck is happening. You find out that this is about Norn the Giant and how Chaz can tell you about that shit. Me, I cannot, because again, even if it was something telling me about it, I press start, then I go to skip cutscene, then I press X to go back to playing the video game. But on this game, it do tell you, like, it's so, this is what I mean by this nigga Kojima is fucking hilarious and funny at the same time. So I guess the corny, I should say, at the same time. So hilarious and corny at the same time. So I guess the main point of this game is for you to connect the United States after some, let's say post-apocalyptic shit, but you're going back to connect the United States. So this nigga name is Sam, right?
Right.
His job is a porter. So imagine, just like back then, whatever your profession was, that's your last name. Right. So Porter. And now he works for a company, so Bridges. So his full name is Sam Porter Bridges. So the goal of Sam Porter Bridges is to transport things across the nation and to create bridges for the United States. For niggas who said this game is deep, they trail bogan. A nigga who did not watch one cutscene just broke down the plot. The game is not deep, bro. It's right there. It's like it's not. Now, if you want to go into the nuances of things, saying why is these little worm things are floating in the air, fuck it, go ahead. But I wanted to get that shit out the way before I talked about the game. I really wanted to get that out the way. I wanted to get, like, the things people got when they think about this game they go into. Like, oh, it's just a walking simulator, things of that nature. You're gonna walk a fucking lot, but it's a lot of games out there. If you like Gran Turismo, your ass playing the driving sim. If you like this, you playing that. So, like, it's a lot that goes on into this game that goes into. So, gameplay. If I was to give this game a genre, other than being a Stranded,
Strand type simulator.
a strand. What they call it?
A strand.
Like,
yeah, the first strand type video games. What Kojima said.
So a strand game, right? Other than giving it that title, because it's gonna be a 1 of 1. This is the only game that even dares.
And it's the best one.
I would definitely say it's more of an adventure horror. Like this shit is the way it is fucking scary because you isolate it a lot. You're by yourself. If you touch the touchpad while you're walking, you be like, "Hello, is anybody out there? Hello." Like you're not talking to anybody. You're by yourself a lot. Now there are NPCs, and this is what I mean. Be like, this nigga's fucking funny when you create games. Like if you see an NPC walking, they be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And they just start moving, fucking around, but not really doing shit. They'll give you some materials or something, but other than that, they're not important, right? Now the way you walk and get into the journey is probably like a lot of the difficulty part, right? Like if you like me and be like, bro, I'm a real nigga. Give me 15 packages. I'm gone. You walk into a lake, you might lose all that shit. Like earlier, I did this shit and I reload to save. I fell into a lake and lost all my packages. And I was just like, ouch. But it's like a, it's a me thing that I did that. Not necessarily a game thing, right? But for the most part, this shit easy. Like, keeping a bunch of packages on you is easy. Just don't try to Skyrim horse up a fucking mountain and you will be fucking fine.
Oh.
Like, if you try to walk upwards a mountain, you will bust your shit and you will lose all your packages. But the game helps you out with a lot of things. Like it started giving you stuff to make the delivery easier. So there's a couple type of enemies. Well, basically two. There's BT and then mules. Mules are more of the human niggas, and BT are these dead spirit things. The first cutscene of a nigga turning into a BT would. Okay, I would say this too. The PS5 version of this game is fucking beautiful. Like it is few games that I would give the beautiful tag to, right? There's games with good graphics. There's games that has like nice settings, but there's few games, right? Off the top of my head, Red Dead Redemption, this, Ratchet and Clank, like them games like are beautiful. Like when you look at your eyes start to fucking water. Like this is one of them games. Like they did a lot of attention details, like the mountain and set pieces and trees and shit like that. It's really fucking good. If I have to see Norman read his ass one more time, I'm gonna scream. But like it's really fucking good. But the gameplay itself, like in the beginning, you can't do shit to shit. You can fight. You can get your ass kicked. The BTs, you can't fight. You need to throw your shit at them. And yes, the only way you can beat them niggas if you throw a bomb full of your shit. This is what I mean by niggas do not take this dude seriously. They literally, how the company I work for tell you to deal with BTs because he can't really be affected by them. So they literally got my shit out. They got my blood out my shit, put it into a bomb, and tell me to throw it at them. And that's how I defeat him. This is what I mean. Don't tell me this nigga Hideo Kojima is some 6-dimensional fucking woke nigga. I'm throwing shit.
Tell those niggas to explain the plot of Metal Gear. For anybody who says that, tell them to legitimately explain to you the plot of the entire Metal Gear series.
No, no, it's impossible.
So this is what I mean by like, a lot of this shit self-signed a foot, and my other Cam that I always like to say on this podcast, who told me to get the game, I always ask him, like, what is it about? He's like, bro, you just gotta play it. You'll find out. And I understand, like, it's really different from how niggas prescribed it. It's not no fucking woke fest, but I'm almost done with this review. Then Kim, go ahead and hit us with a whole bunch of judgment shit. I would say that they fixed a lot of shit that was broken in the PS4 version of the game. So the director's cut, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is not like a nut hug thing, but it is very rare for a game to listen to the outcry of its fans and then they fix it. Because they went back and fixed a lot of things that the fans didn't want. The motorcycle controls like butter. I have traveled up mountains, went through half the United States on that motorcycle, and I have yet to fall off that bitch. And y'all know me in driving game. Niggas know me in GTA 5. We crash into something. It's the game fault, not mine. Like I have yet to crash into something, bro. So it's butter. The 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 carrying shit, like I said, like unless you're trying to go upside of a mountain, you fucking like it's your fault. Like to tell you the truth, there are some aspects when if you not paying attention, like he will sway to the fucking left. Just get back on your balance and you all good. Now if your weight limit is 235 and you have 234 boxes and you get mad because your nigga fell on his fucking face, you probably should let go of one box. But the game does a lot on like gathering your inventory. Like if you want to, you can put a whole bunch of guns on yourself. But then again, you still probably fucking die. You can primary carrying boxes across the United States. But then again, you won't have no weapons. So it depends on how you want to play it. I would definitely say now when it comes to telling somebody do they want this game is not for everybody, bro. I'll play this shit. But if you're not like a person who digs deep into like your own adventure type game, bro, like I can get enjoyment out of my own self having an adventure. This shit not for you. I would definitely say this is not for if it's 10 people in the room. Death Stranding is for 3 of them. Just the way it is, bro. 3, maybe 2. When as it goes to is it a bad game? No, like things that make I don't know about the PS4 version. It was probably like broke, so that probably made it a bad game. But things that make a game bad is not in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that naturally make a game bad, and I'm not even going to technical shit like frame issues and stuff like that. But if you want to go to something like Fallout 4, what made that game bad is like the way it moves away from what the Fallout series was. You go into your settlement and Preston Garvey telling you every 5 seconds there's a settlement needs your help, so you kill them. There's a cow on top of the roof. The gameplay breaks down whenever you walk into Diamond City. Like the shit that makes stuff bad is not necessarily. I mean, there's nothing that really makes this game a bad game. Now, there's a lot of shit that will make this game not your cup of tea. That's the way it is. So whenever you think about Death Stranding, I would definitely say look at people's gameplay, not reviews. I think reviews will skew people on how a game is. Because a lot of people, when they review a game, they don't play it. They want to get from point A to point B. So like, say for instance, Jim, if somebody want to review Persona, they want to beat the game, they probably ain't gonna do none of the concubine stuff. Like, I mean, none of the concubine, none of the confidant stuff. Yeah. None of the side quests. They're not gonna go fishing. They're just gonna get from point A to point B and review it off of that. Right?
Because they have a deadline.
That's not how you play the game. So that's what I got from it. I would definitely say it's a good game for me. It's a good game for some of the people who do play it. But don't just buy this game because one side's saying it's a good game. Also, don't not buy this game because somebody's saying it's shitty. Form your own opinion off of gameplay. I know I can tell Cam a lot of this shit. Still probably gonna play this game. Like, because he formed his own opinion off of the gameplay that he saw.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like that's what you have. Like me and Cam with Deathloop. Chris can tell us that you get a fucking metaphorical blowjob in the brain off that game. I saw the gameplay.
It's not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna get it.
So like it is what it is. But I would definitely say if I was to give a rating, I ain't even gonna cap. An 8. I would say the game lacks fun is when you trying to avoid shit and you just can't avoid. Like I don't like running into places with a bunch of BTs because I hate stealth horror shit. And that shit is 10 out of 10 stealth horror, bro. Like you can't even walk some places without balcony. Because the way it goes is that when you fall into the BT juice, they try to grab you.
Oh, yeah, they drag you. Yeah, that whole sequence. When I first saw it, I'm like, bro,
That shit make your heart go like this. Like, my heart going crazy. So, definitely, I would say, if you interested in the game, watch somebody play gameplay of it. But for me, 8 out of 10. Very good game. It's fucking hilarious. A nigga named... The main protagonist's name is, I think... What the fuck was his name? Oh, it was such a stupid ass name.
Oh, you talking about that dude who wears a mask?
Yeah, his name was something. It even I gotta find it real quick. His name is something, bro.
It's like something mask. Yeah, I remember. It's the other dude. What's that? The dude who does like a lot of horror stuff. I forgot his name. He's the big dude in the game. He has a funny name too. Like it's like that game. It's like I just think that like I would play that game for more of a comedy factor, more so than for, like,
I would definitely say
more so than like getting the deep story.
Yeah, I would definitely say. I would definitely say just like right now, I ain't even gonna cap. This looks like some horror shit that's about to happen. I'm not about to. I don't go for shit like this. Like me and Cam are saying, we don't play this horror shit. I don't do that horror shit. It's not my cup of tea, bro.
I don't do it.
So, but like this nigga Norman Reedus do not have any facial expressions. So it's fucking hilarious. It is like on purpose. Like it's like
watch him on Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's one of the things he said in this game. He was like, I hope there's a Starbucks around. He gotta be a Starbucks somewhere. It's like this type of shit is funny. They also got a Walking Dead advertisement for his solo show. Chris, you put out a banger, by the way. So they got one, but definitely I'm gonna pause this shit because some weird shit happened.
Oh, is wrestling Twitter blowing up or something?
Yeah, I put up a tweet that let's get in some numbers.
Yeah, but definitely. So yeah, I'm good.
Sick, yeah. I'm too sick. I'm too sick. I'm too sick. I'm going sick.